My third son thinks that he's going to outdo me in this kitchen, and that is not about to happen. See, there is a dairy, non-dairy war going on in my house because I'm vegan and he's not. And he made these brownies the other day that were moist and delectable, and he seems to think that vegan recipes are not up to par, and I'm here to prove him wrong. I'm here at 6 o'clock in the morning to prove him wrong. I was not playing. I got all my stuff ready last night. I got my flaxseed, I got my almond powder, I have my whole white wheat flour, I have my coconut oil, I have my brown sugar. Nobody is playing with him today. I'm using a recipe I've never used before. I've never used this recipe before. I've never made a flaxseed egg before. So this is all brand new to me, but let's get going because he's got the kitchen for all day. That's why I'm up this early in the morning, because he already has plans for the kitchen. So yeah, let's make our flaxseed egg first. Talking all that stuff, I left my recipe. Okay. I already preheated my oven. It's 350. Combine ground flax and water in a small bowl and set aside to let thicken for a few minutes. So I need 1 tablespoon of ground flax, 2.5 tablespoons of water. We're going to get the water filter. As usual, I'm going to double this recipe. I always double all my recipes. I'm going to pour my filtered water in here first so I can get a better measurement. Okay. 2 minutes over. Okay. So that'll be 5 tablespoons altogether. No, wait, 2.5. Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and so that means we need 2 tablespoons of ground flax. Two tablespoons. I'm just double checking. I like to double check. 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon. Okay. It doesn't say mix it, but I'm gonna mix it because why not? But it didn't say to mix it though. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I have vowed to actually follow this recipe the way that it's written. I always add something in, take something out. I'm going to follow this recipe to the T. To the T. No, I am. I am. I vowed. All right. Medium bowl, combine the flour, almond flour, salt, and baking soda. So at this step, I'm going to use my handy dandy sifter. Now, one thing, this recipe does call for AP flour. Oh my gosh, I sound like my chef's son. That's all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour, I believe, has baking powder in it. Oh, I said I wasn't going to change this recipe. I'm just going to make it the way she told me to make it. It's literally impossible not to change the recipe. Like, this is driving me nuts. This is driving me nuts. I'll think about it. Okay, that's 3/4 twice. How many cups is that for all of our math geniuses in the chat? They're so pretty. It's going to give us a much better texture. Now we're going to go in and add our almond flour. 1 cup, the recipe calls for, so we're going to use I like to clean and put stuff away as I go along so I don't have an overwhelming mess to clean when I'm done. Now, this is organic oat flour. Of course, I got it on Amazon. And I don't think I need to put this through the sifter. It's pretty fine. I haven't even opened it yet. I don't think I've worked with almond flour before. Well, yes, I have, or I wouldn't know how fine it was. I just don't remember in what capacity I used it. I think I was trying to make a cake or something. And that's when I found out that it's better to mix your flours instead of using just one flour, especially with something as light as this. Look at that. That's beautiful. So we need 2 cups. So something my adopted mom taught me when I was younger was to scoop your flour into your measuring cups and sift instead of scooping in the measuring cup. Scooping your product in the measuring cup. Yeah, I've learned a lot from professional chefs. They really don't play around. They be here with temperature gauges and all types of stuff. My son weighs his stuff. Actually, I am going to run this through the sifter. Oh, yeah, I definitely need that. Was chunky. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm glad I sifted that. See, that would have definitely changed the texture. Look at that, balling up. I did not, that would have been in my stuff. Oh, no, Lord. Wow. Oh, yeah, I'm going to sift all my flour from now on. All right, I need one more cup. Okay, I was wrong. AP flour does not have baking powder in it. And I'm so glad I asked my son. I need to stick to the recipe like I said. God dang. That's why I double check with the expert. Okay, so we've got half a teaspoon of salt. I was about to use a tablespoon. This is why I have to pay attention. Half a tablespoon. I'm using this Mediterranean fine ground sea salt. So that means 1 tablespoon. Yeah, sorry about that. That's cake flour that has the baking powder in it. I'm going to follow directions. 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda, not baking powder. Two different things. Two different things, even though baking powder has baking soda and cream of tartar in it. This ain't that. Okay. 1/4. And 1/4. Oh, you sound so congested. Here. Ooh, I don't need it. Here. One of my little monsters came in here. Okay, so that's my dry ingredients. All-purpose flour, almond flour, salt, baking soda. Now we've got the cocoa powder, vegan butter, sugar, and vanilla. Okay. In a microwave-safe bowl, add the cocoa, vegan butter, and chocolate chips and water. Melt in microwave. Okay. Add the sugar and vanilla to the melted. I'm not using chocolate. Add the flour mixture. Okay. So I basically just need to melt my coconut oil, then add the powdered sugar to it, mix it up, add the flax egg, then we're going to add all of that. Then we're going to add the flour to the wet stuff. Okay, cool. So let's get our coconut oil measured out. We need 1/4 of a cup. 2 1/4 of a cup. Cool. Let's do it. I'm going to use the double boiler method with this. Got my water in here. I'm gonna put the coconut oil in here so that it can melt. I had to think, am I supposed to use a dry measure or a liquid measure? Because right now it's in a solid form, so I'm gonna use a dry measure. This doesn't look like a lot. I don't want to use too much. I don't want it to be runny. Okay, 1/4. Judah kept asking me what I was making. I didn't want to tell him because I didn't want him to put 2 and 2 together like, oh, she's being petty. I'm not being petty. I'm just trying to prove a point, man. Like, don't demonize vegan food. Like, come on now. I don't want people thinking healthy can't be delicious. It can be delicious. Okay, 1/4. 1/4. Now, I know I said I'm going to stick to the recipe, but I'm sticking cinnamon in here. I put cinnamon in everything for good luck. So, I literally can't stick to the recipe. I guess it's just not going to happen. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Look, I'm even using somebody else's vanilla. If you've been with me for a while, you know how I cannot stand to use nobody else's vanilla. I like using my own. Okay, so while we wait for that to melt, let's clean up a little bit. Ooh, let's check our flaxseed egg. So, that's our flaxseed egg. This is my first time making one. I would always just use dry flax. Last time I made brownies, I just used dry flax. So, this is new for me. Following directions is new for me. Not changing the recipe is new for me. Competitive cooking is new for me. But that's just because I felt like something I loved was attacked. Okay. I'm gonna wipe everything down and then get another bowl. Do I really need another bowl? I don't think I'm gonna need another bowl. I'm gonna read over this recipe one more time. We're almost done. Hi, Isis. She don't care about me right now. Okay, our fake butter, our coconut oil has melted. That cinnamon that I added, because I literally can't help myself. This recipe calls for morsels, and I did not feel like making morsels out of cocoa powder, which you can do. It's just like morsels and coconut oil, I think. I'm not sure. But you can actually make morsels out of cocoa powder, but I'm not doing that. So I'm going to use this cacao powder. It's organic, and this is it's delicious. I need 3/4 of that. One, two, three. That's a lot of chocolate. And I'm supposed to be doubling the recipe. 1, 2. That's a lot of chocolate. 3. It's killing me not to change this recipe. It's killing me not to change this recipe. Like, add the butter, the chocolate chips, and the water. I need 1/4 a cup of water. Hold up now. There's a 3/4. There's no 1/4 a cup on here. So now I gotta use a wet measure. That's annoying. How much? 1/4 of a cup. So I have to use 2/4. Add the cocoa, coconut oil, water. This is what this looks like. So this is just our melted coconut oil, a little bit of cinnamon, our chocolate, water, and our melted coconut oil. What else are we going to be adding? Didn't it say add our flaxseed egg to this? Add the sugar and vanilla. Now the egg. Okay. Sugar, vanilla, egg. Got it. This is looking pretty solid right now. And it said that the batter was going to be very, very thick. And that's why it's so fudgy. So I'm going to stick with the recipe because everything in me is telling me to add a little bit more water. But I'm going to stick with the recipe. Let's go ahead and add our vanilla and our flaxseed egg and the sugar. Let's do the sugar first. Now this is one of the part of the recipes that I wanted to change because it has a lot of sugar in it. And matter of fact, I am going to change it because I want to use maple sugar to add some moisture. So it says 1.5 cups of sugar. And you know, when it comes to brown sugar, you got to push it down a little bit to get proper measurement. So we got 1.5. It blows me, these brownie recipes that have more sugar than flour. Like, that is crazy to me. All right, so that's 1.5. I'm not putting all that sugar in these brownies. I'm just not. My son has the maple syrup in his room. Whatever. He's getting dressed. Like, just because you're a chef don't mean you get to take the maple syrup and the cumin in your room. Like, that's crazy. All right, so this stuff is so crumbly. It's starting to look good, though, I'm not going to lie. Okay. What else? So 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I feel like I've been in here forever. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Because if I wasn't recording, I'd be in here. Boom, boom, bang, bang. I'd be done already. I keep telling myself, stick to the recipe. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I've wanted to alter this recipe at least 5 times already. I don't think I have the mental capacity to use somebody else's recipe and not change it. I just don't. So, oh, I still didn't put enough sugar in here. He's got the maple syrup. This would be so much better with maple syrup. Whatever, fine. Let me go get some more sugar. This is Tornado sugar. I can't speak today. I need to go get one of my throat chakra crystals. This tastes like vanilla. This will be a great addition. And then that's it. That's the Lord saying we don't need all that sugar. I'm not putting any more sugar in this recipe. Oh no, the coconut's, the cacao's bitter. I really should. I need one more. Half a cup of sugar. Now we're down to cane sugar. We got 3 different types of sugar in here. I don't know what these brownies about to taste like. Half a cup. All right. I'm done with you guys. We're done with all of this. Okay. Now we got our flaxseed egg. Let's put it in there. Now I'm going to show you what we got. This. So let me mix this up. See, I don't know how this is becoming moist. Oh, the flaxseed egg. Because I sure enough was about to add more water. I still am. Just a tiny bit. Just because our measurement was off because we used a dry measurement. So, here we go. Now it's looking like it makes sense. Because remember, I'm supposed to be using melted chocolate, so I'm going to need more water. So I feel like a little bit more water won't kill anything. I feel like peanut butter would do really well in this recipe. Wait, okay. So we'll put our brownie base in here because we got to add dry to wet for this recipe. And again, we don't want to over mix. It'll make too much gluten and we'll have the wrong texture for brownies. This is not getting everything out the way I want it to. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Well, this is super thick. We actually did it right. Oh my goodness. Following the recipe actually works. Okay, I might get down with this. Okay, so now. We're adding our flour mixture. And we already said it was going to be dry. No, they said it was going to be thick, sorry. They're not lying about that. This is a lot of flour. Oh. Did I do something wrong? It looks like it's too much flour. Ow, I'm getting my finger cut. No, this is not it. This is not working. It's dumb thick. Yeah, a little bit of water in there. It's like too thick to mix. Everything was fun. See, I bet you if I had baked what I had, it'd come out just fine. You don't need flour. I've got recipes that don't even have flour. This is not turning out the way that I wanted it to. I don't know what the hell this is. This is so thick. And I know they said it was going to be thick, but I can't even start this. There's no way I did this right. There's no way I did this right. Look at that. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but we about to bake it. This is so thick. So thick. what you did. About to find out. This is why I concentrate so hard when I cook. Now my son then came in and talked to me, and I'm gone in and out the room. Like, I can't focus being interrupted like that. So I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong. I got something off. Something is off because it's not supposed to be this thick. Everything was fine until it hit that flour. That's the point we're at now. It's so thick. But the recipe did say it was going to be thick, but she informed me. I mean, it still look official, but it's like, girl, what? And I just washed my hands, obviously. This is crazy. My poor little heart. Like, I wanted this to work out so, but it's not done, girl. Why are you talking about like it's done? Like, I don't know why I'm like that. I only focus on my failures. Like, how many times have I misspoke in this video? My measurements are off. You know, my house isn't perfect. Like, any little thing, girl, like, stop it. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm gonna go wash my hands again. 350. Never cooked brownies on a 350 before for 20 minutes, but that's what we're about to do. All right, there's the alarm. Well, the house smells like brownies. I don't know. I'm excited. Okay, let's get them. This was a fail. Ow! I don't even think they're done. I mean, they're done. Let me not call it a fail. Okay, well, this is what they look like. I don't know. I'm gonna wait. They soft. I don't know. We'll see. It smells like brownies. It looks like brownies. It didn't look the way that I expected it to look. And I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna do the flip technique. I'm gonna put a plate on top of the brownies. And I'm gonna flip them. See? And I'm gonna put it on our wire rack. I'm supposed to have I'm supposed to have another plate. Here we go. This is what we have. I'm about to cut it. Look, it's not as fudgy as his. It didn't look as fudgy as his. Let's see what the kids think. You've won this round, but next round. I don't know, that side look a little fudgy. Hold on now. Why this side look fudgier than the other side? This was a fail because I wanted it to be perfect. It's not perfect. It's brownies, but it's not perfect. That's what I get. This is what happens when you spike cook. I just want him to accept my vegan self. I want him to make more vegan food. That's all. So they like the brownies, but they're saying... See, I thought Judah's brownies were fudgy because that's what they looked like. They said that his were not fudgy. They said mine were fudgy. That's what I wanted, but they didn't want it fudgy. I don't know. So apparently they're good. Okay. But they're not like Judah's though. But I thought Judah's brownies were fudgy. That's what I was going for. That was my whole point in trying to make chewy on the inside, crispy on the outside.
Super crispy.
No, I don't like crispy brownies.
Oh, you could have just ate mine. Ice just being here doing most of the stuff. You want to eat that?
I know she ain't go to my food.
Well, the kids liked it, and I'm happy. I'm gonna eat some later. Chef tasted the brownies and said they turned out well, only to get the consistency right. See, chewy and fudgy are two different things. He said mine are chewy, but they're not fudgy, and it's given too much cake. Like, if you tasted it, you might think it was like a brownie cake. So what I failed to do was use granulated sugar, white sugar, which I cannot stand using white sugar, but that's what gives you the chewy texture. See, he studies the science of cooking. You know what I mean? So scientifically, there are reasons why, the outside is crispy and the inside is chewy, and so I didn't use the right sugar, but I'll know for next time. But I do know that I'm getting more respect up in here on my vegan recipes, and it's better to just work together. And it was nice that he came in there and tasted my stuff and gave me pointers. So no more spite cooking. It's not a war between the vegan and the non-vegans. I made it up in my head. And he's actually really supportive, and he helped me with my recipe. And I need to start letting my family help me and stop thinking I have to do everything on my own. Thank you so much for spending time with me in Fury World. I love you, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace.